Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me. My name is Joel.
And this is the O2 Drop.
And this is the O2 Drop.
I just noticed your soundboard has bisexual lighting.
Yeah. Well, it has lots of different lighting.
You're an ally.
I do my best to be an ally.
An L bi.
Got him, nerds.
This is WA's VGC podcast coming from Perth, home of the world's best made for adults video game podcast about Pokemon. How circular can we make the intro, Mark?
Oh, hey, is this a VGC podcast about Pokemon? That's a podcast?
It is.
Wow.
Ethan.
VGC does stand for Video Game Championships, the premier and superior Pokemon format.
It is.
Yep.
And Dan.
Welcome back to Talk and Talk Tour. Today we're discussing the controversy of Haley stealing all of our crypto money.
I can't believe I invested
Our
$6,000.
Yes. We all invested.
Yeah.
All your subscriber money went straight to Hawk Coin or whatever it's called.
What was it called? Hawk.
Fuck to find out.
Who gives a fuck? I was
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. I was a 0% chance of ever investing in that.
Wow, I'm proud of that one. That's good.
Bitcoin's actually pretty good.
We should make it.
Hey, we're gonna make. You heard it here first. We're gonna make an O2 drop meme coin.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
An O2 drop is what the fucking chart want to do.
The charts will do that indeed.
Invest in Dropcoin today.
It's a name that inspires confidence in potential investors.
Drop coin.
That's reverse psychology.
Yo, we should make it rug pull coin.
Grift coin.
Griff.
Not a scam coin.
Call it Gorilla Grip.
Gorilla Griff. We just need to make Harambe coin, and then it's never going to go down.
We can circle back. Goldango coins.
True.
Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon, yeah.
Definitely get sued by the Pokemon company.
Typical coin. Yep.
Now we are into Reg G now.
Thank fuck.
We're nearly into our third week. At the time that this podcast releases, we'll be into our third formal week of Reg G 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Well, our first week officially, it was January 6th, right?
I think
Yeah.
January 6th was the last day of it, or...
Oh, is
Reg
that
H, sorry?
how we were able to run a Reg H in Jan? Okay.
I think that's how the cart. That's when the cart ladder
That's correct.
rolled
Yeah.
over.
It was
Must
going...
be a New Year's thing, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was going to be a Regulation G tournament, the first of the season, and someone pointed out, I was like, technically this is still in the Regulation H season, so because it's a challenge, legally it has to be Regulation H.
I know.
You have to let me run Sneasler one more time.
Actually.
So we did.
Shout out to Brendan Robeson, friend of the show.
For not ratting us out to Big Pikachu.
Well, no, that's because we did what he said.
Yeah.
And we fixed the format.
And we will continue to. Friend of the show.
So we just had our first Reg G tournament,
Yeah, hell yeah, we did.
Reg G2 tournament. Only two of the cast participated in that because
That's true.
I was judging Go. Ethan was still recovering.
Yeah,
Thankfully, you're here with us tonight.
I am.
Chris was doing ketamine at a wedding.
Yep.
And Dan and Mark, holding the competitive side of the podcast together, actually participated.
Dan and I did. We came in the same, which was not first.
Sound. Hey!
Thought it was going to be the buttons.
Yeah.
Pause for effect.
Yeah, pause for effect. No, I mean, Mark and Dan did both come not first. There was a
correct.
few spots in between. So let's start with Mark. What was your team? How was your day?
Oh, God. Where's my phone? Can you pass me my phone? So my team was Chiyu with Choice Scarf.
Naturally.
Yep. Whimsicott with Focus Sash.
So you were running Scarf Chiyu, and you still lost to Size Spam.
I didn't lose to Size Spam.
Oh.
I lost to Robeson, who was running Size Spam, but I didn't lose to...
That's an important
lose
distinction.
he didn't bring in Didi once. I lost to Dondozo, which he was also running. Joel, you judge Pokemon Go.
So
Get your finger off that fucking trombone.
So Mark lost to Sci Spam. Which are you? Whimsicott. Continue.
Indeedy female with Psychic Seed.
Uh-huh.
Calyrex Shadow with Expanding Force.
Oh, so you were running the Psych Spam as well.
Yep.
Ironic.
Yep. Tinkerton with Assault Vest.
Beautiful. Fantastic.
And then Slitherwing with Booster Energy.
Heat.
Yeah. Slitherwing was the MVP.
That is
That's
sexy.
that is cool.
I love the idea of running all of that priority, first impression, fake out, feigned with Psychic Terrain.
Don't forget Prankster Encore.
Yeah.
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 That would
there's-
also not work.
There's a lot of counter synergy on this team.
Yeah.
I went 2 wins, 2 losses, and realistically, it should have been 1-3.
Big ups.
Thank you.
So who did you swindle?
Who did I swindle? I mean, it theoretically should have been 0-4. Because Brett Jason Slivka threw by clicking Parting Shot instead of Flare Blitz on his Incineroar.
Why did you have to play 3 people at once?
What?
Brett, Jason, and Slivka.
Tell me you're going to cut that part out.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome back, Ethan.
Why do I bother?
We pride ourselves on being somewhat entertaining.
Anyway, so Sliff through.
Yeah, click Parting Shot instead of Flare Blitz, so my Calyrax's special attack went down by 1 instead of just dying.
Jesus.
And then game 2 against Sebby Widdiston, I had a Terra Ground GU on the field, and her Ogerpon missed Power Whip.
Wow.
It
hurts.
didn't guarantee, like, that wouldn't have guaranteed a win for her, but missing it guaranteed the loss, which
Yeah.
took us to game 3, which I won. But yeah, I mean, in testing, the team felt really good. I was having a lot of success with it on the Showdown ladder, and then I brought it to an in-person tournament, and I ate a big bag of shit.
Were you practicing correctly or were you practicing incorrectly on the best of 1 CTS ladder?
I was doing both.
Okay, good.
I was doing best of 1 when, like,
When you were
you
short
know,
on
on my
time at work.
phone. Yeah, exactly. Boss can come in any minute. Although,
Yeah, you don't want to commit to a best of 3 when you're at work.
exactly.
And that sucks because best of 3 OTS is really the only way to play this format. I
Yeah.
found.
I always like opt to do a best of 1 because it's quicker, and then like 2 turns in, I'm always like, what is this fucking CTS bullshit?
Yeah, always regret it.
And then I always click play again.
Because I haven't pushed into the ladder too much just yet, but I haven't run into too much for like this reg. That's like made me,
Well, it's 'cause I'm
that's
running-
made me go like, oh, what
You
the fuck?
You will.
I
You will.
know.
Yeah, it's because I'm running Cali Shadow and fucking everything on the CTS ladder is Terra Normal.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
A team building chat. It's like Terra normal this, Terra normal that, like every second message.
Yeah.
I actually love the Japanese team that you gave me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Iron leaves.
Terra Normal Iron Leaves
Heat.
is so good.
It's really funny.
And then like you're either boosted Psyblade or Megahorn will basically Oko guaranteed
Yeah.
a shadow if it's not
Isn't that
sashed.
a Cybertron build from like 5 months ago?
I don't know. The one Dan gave me is specifically Japanese.
Yeah,
build.
this was the one that came second on the cart ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was Incin, Hands, Maridon, Leaves, something, Farigara,
Urshi
Naturally.
Rapid.
Yeah. Funny.
Very.
Very funny. Has the funny buttons. So what about you, Dan? How was your day?
I did the classic run back of go undefeated in Swiss, lose in finals for Reg G at a challenge. That was fun.
How many times have you done that?
Why are you applauding that?
Because you did really, really well.
You
for
still
most of
made
it.
points. Like you haven't capped out.
Yeah, I
on
made
points for
2
cups.
points.
Oh no shit. Okay,
Yeah, it was
so
a
you-
challenge. That was 2.
Oh fuck.
I thought you were already at your BFLs for second place.
Nah, I had a 4.
Okay.
You dropped a 4th out of
Yeah.
Good
So
stuff.
I was running the Tub Takes NAIC team, which was the Decorate Smeagol Hard Trick Room with Cali I, which made
Oh
me...
yeah, I love that tub takes.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I got a funny screen cap of a +6 Cali I against Jared, the poor guy.
So good.
Yeah, just press decorate and kill things. It's really funny when you have spread moves and feint, so they can't wide guard you.
Yeah.
So what my run was against Dylan, who had a Reg H team and swapped his Killer Watchful for Miraidon because he didn't realize the format.
History's biggest downgrade.
Doesn't even get Tailwind.
Bro can't even Disquake. You're just going to kill your own Miraidon.
Should have run
What are you
Zekrom.
doing?
I versed Robeson.
Air Balloon Zekrom.
Gets Tailwind.
Hell yeah.
Heat. I versed Alistair. Beat Alistair in Swiss, and they just like downloaded my brain and then like just read everything
That's
in the finals.
That's the thing
Yeah.
about Alistair is you beat him once.
Yeah. You get one run at it.
Yeah. I was most disappointed though because the one where I did beat him, it wasn't recorded, and then the final one was recorded. We just stomped me. I was like, yeah, right, fair.
You're like, thanks. This
So
is how
thanks,
Alistair
Alistair.
gets his revenge.
Me constantly losing to Alistair on stream and recording. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's fun. Don't really like Reg G, but hey, here we are.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, but I mean, for you especially, it kind of brings up bad memories, right?
Yes, yes, because the challenge that I would win if I got to Worlds
The
went
numbers,
undefeated
Mason.
in Swiss and lost in the finals.
Yeah.
So.
Do you feel like you want to throw hands every time you see the number 51?
Well, I'm currently ranked 22 in OS.
Oh, shit.
And there's 21 invites.
Run it back.
Yeah, with Oliver winning.
Run it
So
back.
Do you feel like you want to throw hands every time you see Ben O'Neill?
no, just want to look in the mirror. Yeah.
You're like, you fucking idiot.
This is the big meme of me coming second, and now I'm literally ranked 22nd. It's like all twos.
You chew.
Yeah.
Chew.
The universe is cruel.
Yeah, this year for sure.
For sure.
Do you already have, what are you point wise? Would you be qualified in the old system yet?
Yeah, I would. I'm 346.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What are you going to do?
I know. But that means if Pokemon is true to their word, you're going to get something at the end of the season. Even if you can't push in, you're going to get something.
Congratulations on your unbranded playmat.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's probably
A
what it'll be.
non-dishwash safe mug.
Like a branded trainer.
Well, I didn't know we get participation trophies. What is it? Wait, what?
So when they announced the changes, they promised people who reached the previous qualification level of points would receive something.
Yeah, they kind of dropped that when they were getting just severe backlash
Right.
Yeah.
from announcing the new invitation structure. And I think that is like, but don't worry, you know, it's like if you get to where you previously had to go to, you'll still get something. And then it's like, fuck, figure something out. What are we going to give them? What have we got? I got some paper clips here. The kids like paper clips.
A
Like,
TCG card.
yeah, we'll get
Do they accept bits of string? No,
What should be just like an email that's just like an e-gift card or like an e-card?
Yeah.
There is a
You just open it and it's like a gif of like balloons and
And then
streamers.
Pikachu just give me the middle finger.
if they give anything, it's guaranteed to be TCG product, and it'll be like mat,
yeah.
sleeves, maybe a deck box, and maybe like a trainer card that's stamped with something special.
So here's the thing. I don't think they're going to like, because how are they going to get that to people? I think it's like Dan, I think it's going to be some kind of like email or like recognition type thing. I don't think they're going to like physically ship out playmats or deck boxes or anything to, or like considering,
or
yes,
they
it's
give
harder.
you credit to the store to get that.
Giving you money, Joel.
No, 50,
Who are we talking about?
50 USD tops.
Does
20
TCG
USD,
Pocket
I
have like a
imagine.
mystery gift function or something?
Like,
Could they just like send
could,
you like
yeah.
fake cards?
Fuck. Can you imagine? It's just like, congratulations, you qualified for the special gift because you made 300 CP in the Oceania region.
Scan the QR code.
I hope you have TCG Pocket. Check your gifts. You got 5 packs.
if they were guaranteed God packs.
Even then, I still wouldn't.
Yeah. I hope they're not listening to this.
No, I hope they are. Fucking do better.
Come
I haven't
August-
even seen your shitty gift yet, but I know it's going to be bad.
Come August when I inevitably bubble again, I'll let you all know.
Yeah, I mean, hang on. Do we need a reverse psychology? Pokemon would never give anything.
That worthless, right?
Yeah. No, never.
That's a $1 billion franchise right there.
It is.
Better get a fucking gold-plated Lamborghini if I'm at 300 cc.
At least a Switch 2.
They sent you a Switch 1.
Not
The
even
Joy-Cons are
OLED.
already drifting.
Pre-drifted Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
They just like go to EB and like bulk buy the refurb ones.
Yeah. Pre-owned Switch. Hell yeah.
They give you Pro-Cons.
That feels more like an ESL move.
Pro-Cons where the wire is broken so you can't plug it into your Switch and therefore can't use it at tournaments.
Nah, I stand ESL. I got like $800 worth of product for judging regionals, so that was pretty dope.
That's cool. I mean, we like ESL.
Yeah.
ESL are cool.
Give us a stream, you cowards.
Yeah, we would like them more.
They'll never do that, but they'll support someone who can make it happen.
All right, well, that's good.
Like,
That would be us.
Brendan Robeson, friend of the show, make it happen.
Subscribe to Bottom Cut.
Do we want to shout that out real quick?
yes, shout out to friend of the show, local VGC hero who's been around for
Yonks.
years.
I would call him an enemy at the moment. A villain to
Potentially
some.
potentially an enemy of the
fuck
O2
that
drop.
guy.
Potentially an enemy of the O2 drop. So at Robeson64 has set up at Perth VGC, and Robeson has committed to recording local games and getting them up on YouTube with commentary.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so some definite exposure for the Perth community out in the wider world of Pokemon VG. So we're super excited to see that happen a few months before we plan to get ours out. But
Nah, yeah, big shout. He's lugging around his desktop computer in a big tub. So
man, I thought
Straight up a tower.
yeah,
he brought the tower. He brought the tower to
Oh my
GG.
God.
yeah,
'Cause
and a
I like-
monitor in a big massive tub.
Yeah. I saw the setup and I was like, oh, damn, man, where are you recording it to? And like, look behind and there's literally a tower
Oh
that
my
he's
God.
like plugged the capture card into. And he's just like, yeah, we're recording the whole thing. So big ups to the commitment.
Yeah.
That's huge. I would never lug my tower around, but
I do have to give him a dishonorable mention there. Actually, no, not even dishonorable mention to him. Dishonorable mention to Tom. Tournament organizer manager.
yeah, it's like tournament organizer management tool or something.
Yeah, something like that. Tom has paired me up against Brendan Robeson 4 tournaments in a row. First round.
I mean, statistically, when only 14 masters rock up to a tournament.
Yeah, it's not insignificant.
First round, that's a lot.
Yeah. Calculate the odds. That is not high. And he's always just got like the worst matchup for me because he likes to run a hard trick room because he's a cunt. And he's
Friend of the show, we love him.
yeah, we like him. But it's just always like, follow me wide guard bullshit where when my out to trick room has always just been just kill the setter. He makes it extremely difficult and the games are just hard. And because if I'm considering he's so hyper offense trick room based, if he gets trick room up, I lose the game.
Yeah.
So it's quite often like games were decided on turn 1.
Yeah. If you can't get the setter dead.
4 tournaments in the row. Fortunately, with Reg G, it was slightly different. Instead of being unable to get through his trick room team, I was unable to get through his fucking Dondozo.
Don't we love to see Dondozo make a comeback in Reg G?
222 is just such a great team building composition. It's so inspired.
I thought you were being serious for a moment. Thank you for clarifying.
Weren't you saying you like Reg G?
I do.
Well, then show up to a tournament, play against all the fucking Dondozos, and then come back to me.
I can beat Dondozo.
Okay.
I don't like it very much. It's not a fun game, but like, I'm superior.
Okay.
Yeah, you're running Superior?
No.
So but
I could.
That won't get you through a Dondozo. But yes, Ethan, you've been catatonic for the last 2 weeks. You poor
Yes,
thing.
I have.
How has your Reg G team building been going?
So my fun story is that at the very, very end of the previous run of Reg G, I'd stumbled upon like a team that I felt very, very comfortable with and that I really, really enjoyed. And I was like, I've got to bring this to something. And at that point, all of the tournaments had just wrapped up and we were getting into Reg H. And I was just like, what the fuck is this format? And so...
Brother, same.
So I jumped wholeheartedly into Reg G. And it's been a lot of up and down, especially on Best of One, because that's all I've really had time for. And it's one of those things where, like, it's good enough to be semi-consistent, but at the same time, like, Best of One is just such a crapshoot no matter what you run that it's like...
It is.
It's a very, very punishing format, at least in that particular sort of play style. What little I've played of Best of Three has been, like, a lot more promising because you've got a lot more information kind of at your fingertips and you're not going to get absolutely murked if you guess the wrong Urshifu form or Calyrex turns out to be Terranormal Hyper Beam or something. Which has happened.
What?
Yeah, that would happen.
That sounds very like Grand Challenge code.
Yeah. And like this...
Which we have to build for at time of recording, it's like 2 weeks away.
Holy fuck.
Oh, God.
What is it?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
I think it's like the 29th to the 31st or something like that. Whatever that weekend is the next Grand
I'm
Challenge.
not good at building for challenges. I'm too honest.
Wait,
I can't
Then there's
set
this
up
coming
the
weekend,
swingers.
which is the 18th, 19th, and then the following weekend is the 26th, 27th? No, 25th, 26th. And that weekend's a long weekend.
Yeah.
If that's when why am I always away when these things happen?
Yeah, so it must be 1st to 2nd or something, or 31st to 2nd. 31st of January to 2nd of Feb, I think is...
That wouldn't be a weekend.
I think it
might be
has
actually.
to be
Hold
that
on.
Australia Day weekend then, right?
Yeah.
No, it is the 30, because they all start
the
on Friday.
the 31st.
Yeah, they start on Friday. So 31st to 2nd, I think, is the next Grand Challenge. Sorry, the first Grand Challenge,
The big one.
which
Wow.
means that all of the TPC region
Oh, they're letting the
plays.
Japanese play with us.
Yeah, Japanese, Taiwanese.
This is going to be hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I don't see how it's going to be that different to just regular Best of One in Reg G. It's such a fucking
will
knife edge
be.
format.
It will be. Because you'll log in and the name will be in katakana or hiragana or simple Chinese and you'll get stomped.
And they'll have a
Yeah.
Smeargle and yeah.
Yeah. And they'll play it properly
Yeah.
and they'll have something dumb.
Decorate.
Some
Yeah.
Terra Normal Annihilate or some shit.
Yeah.
Something dumb. But we're not at that point yet. So we do have courtesy of @CloverBells21 on Twitter. They've given out 8 quasi-generic teams to get you started for Reg G.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So I think let's explore some of these teams and see what we think. See how likely we would be to play, how likely we'd recommend them to people, how easy we think that'd be to play in Reg G, and just give our listeners some thoughts on generic teams. They're quasi-generic. There's some interesting stuff here.
Cool.
So first, Calyrex Shadow Rider, Orb Substitute, Expanding Force Astral.
I haven't seen them run
That's
solo.
Life Orb as the item.
Yeah, Life Orb, sorry. I should be more specific.
These are teams for beginners. Stop using the
yeah.
weird cryptic shortenings.
Chi-Yu with Choice Scarf, Snarl, Heatwave, Dark Pulse, Overheat.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Ogerpon, Cornerstone, My Love.
Good man.
Obviously, it has Cornerstone Mask because to be Cornerstone, that's how it's activated.
Yep.
Ivy Cudgel, which is actually a rock move for those who don't know. Power Whip, Follow Me, Spiky Shield. Whimsicott with Covert Cloak. Tailwind, Moonblast, Encore, Helping Hand. Super standard.
Yep. That's my set, I think.
Urshifu Rapid
Yeah.
with Focus Sash. Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Taunt, and Detect.
Taunt
is interesting.
Yeah. And then Indeedee with Psychic, yep. Psychic Seed, Psychic Attack.
Is it E-Force on the Calyrex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow Me, Helping Hand, and Trick Room.
It's a very mark-coded team.
Yeah, very hate show.
Let's have a look at what I took and see how similar it is, because it's really not dissimilar.
There is a Whimsicott and a Chi-Yu. It's a mark team.
So you said
you had at least 4
Hold on a second.
overlap there, I think.
You didn't run Urshifu
Choice Scarf
because you don't.
Chi-Yu. I have Choice Scarf Chi-Yu. The only difference is instead of Snarl, I had Terra Blast because I
You
was
dropped
running.
Snarl?
Yeah, I don't. I find it underwhelming when it doesn't have specs. Also, I wanted Terra Blast because Terra Ground, Terra Blast covered a lot of my weaknesses.
Yep. That's cool.
Considering it can one tap most Miraidon,
No shit.
yeah. So that's super helpful.
Also funny.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I calc that on my on my next Miraidon.
Calyrax Shadow with Life Orb is also something I was running with Expanding Force because I was running next to Psychic Seed and DD, which this team also had.
Yep.
The Whimsicott set was exactly the same. The only difference is I have Focus Sash instead of Covert Cloak.
Yeah. This one's Terra Dark on this Whims as well.
Yeah, they run Terra Dark
Yeah.
when they have Covert Cloak. I run Terra Ghost because I can be faked out and I'd rather not be. But yeah, the Covert Cloak standard set is Terra Dark to not get taunted in the mirror for the most part. And then I think the different parts were I had Slitherwing instead of Ogerpon Cornerstone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking of adding Ogerpon Cornerstone because I really like. I love using it in
Really
Reg
solid mono. I like the
love-
rock hit.
I love Cornerstone. I have a plushie of Cornerstone. Thank you very much, friend of the show, Robert Chen, for picking that up for me. But I love it from Reg F.
Yes.
It was like basically one of the only Pokemon in that regulation that guaranteed Trick Room setup without the need to waste a Focus Sash slot.
Yeah, I didn't love it for that reason. That was a pain in the dick. But I actually I ran into Reg F with Swords Dance because you can Swords Dance without having to worry about being one tapped.
Very HO of you.
Yeah, of course. But I really appreciated that. Before that point, Cornerstone was like the lowest used Ogerpon. And then Regulation G rolled around and it popped up to being the highest.
Yeah.
Which I love. And then that last one on the team, Urshifu with Focus Sash. I should be running something like Urshifu. I'm running Tinkerton.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you are a mad lad.
Tinkerton is a good mon in this format, and I will die on this hill.
It's really good.
Yeah,
you and I are running basically exactly the same set, right?
Moldbreaker is...
Moldbreaker
is
fake
good.
out and feint is
Yeah.
really hard to stop.
I'm sorry, did your Frigoraph want to do something? Oh, look at me, you can't fake me out. I've got Armor Tail. Bonk, fuck you.
Oh, you think you're the world champion? Fridraff Miraidon? Yeah.
Cool, buddy. Yeah.
cool story.
Yep, nice. Fake out.
Excuse me.
So yeah, a very mark-coded team indeed.
So, Mark, how likely would you be to run this team?
Not at all. That doesn't seem like anything I would play.
Sounds shit.
I mean, yeah,
got
quite
Urshifu
unlikely.
on it.
I'm
Fuck that.
not running Urshifu. Fuck that.
Yeah, definitely hyper offense. I would say pretty beginner friendly.
Oh yeah. Any team that I'm going to run is going to be fucking brain dead.
Yeah.
I
The
do
only way it could be more brain dead is if you added Urshifu. So there you go.
I do find it interesting that its speed control is Trick Room, because I think I'm very used
Does it
to
not have
seeing-
Tailwind on the Whimsicott?
No, it was
it
Helping
does.
Hand.
What?
It's Tailwind.
Read out the 4 moves.
Oh, sorry. Tailwind, Moonblast,
fucking
Encore,
idiot.
Helping Hand. So it can go
Who
both.
let you host?
It can go both ways, which I find interesting, right? That you can choose to.
Yeah, much like me. Much like my team. It can. The Trick Room is mostly there to stop other Trick Rooms.
Yeah.
You kind of want to go first. This team's very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do just like if the other team tries to fuck
Tailwind.
around and get Tailwind prior, you just set your own Trick Room and then demolish them.
Yeah.
So it's I like Indeedee a lot because it's incredibly versatile in that way, and just it's really hard to kill. You just give it a Psychic Seed and then run it Bold. For any new players listening, Bold is a nature that gives it extra defense. And
The cost of attack.
yeah, which you're not running, so that's fine. That just means foul play is even weaker. It's great.
Yeah. It is perfect.
But yeah, Trick Room, good hyper offense option, mostly for stopping Trick Room, but also sometimes you want to run your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speed control.
I'm pretty unlikely to run it just because I'm not a huge fan of Shadow Rider.
Because you're fucking lame.
I was about to say because I'm not a fan of hyper offense, but I've had my most success with Miraidon, so that would be a lie.
A lot of Miraidon teams these days are more balance heavy, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Not when I run it.
You got the same
but-
teams up.
Yeah, I'm just showing it
Yeah.
again as well.
I do think that the sub on Calyrex is very interesting.
Yeah, I do find that interesting as well. Was it double stabs?
Yeah. E-Force and Astral.
Yeah.
Expanding Force and Astral Barrage, yeah.
I feel like
Wide guard food.
It,
but
Calyrex
it is
can-
wide guard food and it needs coverage because dark types exist.
yeah.
I think that's why Urshifu potentially has
Yeah.
the taunt on this build.
Yeah,
True.
okay.
Yeah.
Does Urshifu not get faint? That would be
I'm not
be
sure.
funny.
I don't think so.
Peter Vows, let us know.
That
You have Showdown on your phone.
Yeah, but I'm also looking.
We
at
don't need
teams.
to resort to our slave labor. I mean, our intern, Peter Vowles.
I mean, Urshifu having faint would make a lot of sense because that would allow it to break protect.
True.
That was. I love that.
I do like the Stella on the Urshifu as well.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
Another way that team's like mine, I had Stella on my Slitherwing.
Nice. The calc.
Stella close combat, baby.
The calc was
What's a weakness?
a stellar combat got rid of Terrapagos, wasn't it? That was
Yeah.
the world's
Yeah,
Armor
that's why.
shell, yeah.
armor shell. Yep.
Through shout?
No, I don't think it
Through.
was.
It's not through?
No, it
No, it
wouldn't, because it
wouldn't be.
becomes not very effective.
Oh, yeah, it's when it terrors and has
It's when
the
it
extra
terrors and
health.
gets extra
Terrors,
HP.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the calc.
Yes, but there was a calc, and that's why people started running Stella over Terra Water.
Yeah, you needed to.
Yeah, it was like just short. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think you needed to chip it in its turtle form, and then it was Oko in its globe on
Give
the
it the
back
old
of elephants.
double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any comments on Shadow Rider, Dan?
No, it's pretty stock standard.
The super
Yeah, substitute's the only thing that I think was a bit funky.
bit off the wall.
Yeah,
Sub's
yeah.
interesting with no setup moves, but I suppose Astral Barrage is a setup move.
I guess it's like, hey, you don't want to be spored, but you also follow me on your Ogre-Pon, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was that double follow me, that team?
Yes,
Did he also
it
have follow
was.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and follow me on Ogapon. Yep.
Double helping hand as well, because both Whimsicott and Ndidi had a helping hand.
True.
Yeah.
One fun thing that I've seen on Terrapagos builds actually is like a lot of them do run Indeedee with fake out. So like turn one they can like terror and like delete their own terrain.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I've
Yeah.
never seen that
That's
before.
really funny.
That is hilarious.
I do want to talk about a play that I made against Brendan Robeson, but we'll wait till we get through the teams first.
Well, you ran a Shadow Rider team, right?
I did, yeah.
So share your.
Okay, so
If you insist.
slightly different to this team.
Whoever Bell's
because
name is Joe. Why are they all called Joe?
Joe Mama.
You know what? I set that up. And I'm proud of myself.
I was running Slitherwing, which, for those who aren't aware, has a move called First Impression, 90 base power bug type move, which only works on the first turn, but it does have +2 priority.
First turn in play.
So the first turn that the Pokemon is on the field, yes.
It's like fake out, but without the flinch, and it's a big bug type move.
Yes.
Huge big bug. Especially on the big bug.
Yeah.
Big bug.
But when your booster attack Terra Stella,
Yeah, we were running calcs. It's really funny.
yeah. Anyway, he so turn one, it's my Calyrex Shadow against his Calyrex Shadow. He wins the speed tie because anyone who isn't running timid max speed on their Calyrex Shadow Rider from Regulation G is throwing like fuck.
Yeah.
So he wins the speed tie, gets an Astral Barrage off, and takes out my Calyrex in a single hit. I should point out, I've got Indeedee on the field, and he's got Wheezing on the field, Galarian Wheezing, which means Indeedee's Psychic Surge has not procced. I then send out Slitherwing to replace my Calyrex Shadow Rider, facing down his Calyrex Shadow Rider. I want to go for a first impression.
Yeah.
He knows I want to go for a first impression. If his Wheezing leaves the field, it stops blocking by Indeedee. Indeedee creates a psychic terrain, and first impression
Blocks,
fails.
yeah.
So I switch out my own Indeedee, which switches out before the Wheezing, as I've already verified the speed's tiers. Mine is faster. Indeedee switches out first, then Wheezing switches out,
Yeah.
at which point it's too late to create any psychic terrain. And then Terra Stella first impression, one taps as Calyrex Shadow Rider.
Beautiful.
Incredible. We love hard reads.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I asked him, I was like, did you switch out the wheezing specifically to proc my Indeedee Psychic Terrain so that first impression wouldn't go off? And he's like, yes, that's exactly what I did.
Those gorgeous plays.
Yeah, so if you're new and you're listening to this, run that team that you just heard, except run Slitherwing instead of Urshifu.
Yeah, it's
You
a
will-
much better build.
The superior fighting
You will have
type.
more fun and you won't lose friends.
Can we share our calc we did against Ice Rider?
Yes.
Yeah.
Adamant, attack boosted, Terra Stella, Slitherwing, first impression. Oko's, a 252 health, 4 defense, Calyrex, Ice Rider.
Of course it does, yeah.
Guaranteed Oko.
But how
That's
much?
in Sun, I take it.
102% to 121%.
And
Yeah.
not many people are going to be putting defense.
No, because you don't
That's
need to, because that
fucking
thing's got like
Yeah,
250
it lives
base.
everything except
Yeah.
Slitherwing, apparently.
I need to win first impression. Yeah.
Yeah. And if,
Okay,
if
GC team locked.
I might run the team that I just ran in the GC.
I have been thinking of like fucking around with like low kicks for the tinted lens.
Yeah.
Because it's a dark type as well, so.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Can't be prankstered.
Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
it's a lot of prior though, so like
Yeah. Okay. Our second team, the second horse, Calyrex Ice Rider, which is the slower horse.
But incredibly tanky. It lives
Incredible.
any hit except
Except-
a first impression from Slitherwing.
yeah.
So it's running Clear Amulet, a Glacial Lance, High Horsepower, Trick Room, Protect. I don't know. I think
Terrify?
It is
Yeah.
Terrifier.
Terrify.
Yep.
I feel like I've seen this team somewhere before.
Yeah,
Or this,
I
this
feel like
build like
I may
everywhere.
have seen it on every single team ever. Yeah.
Real men run close combat instead of high horsepower.
No, real men run Z headbutt.
Real
Get
men
that
run
stab boost,
throat chop.
motherfucker. I mean, the number of closed team sheet Calyrex the number of closed team sheet Calyrex Ice Riders with Assault Vest and Crunch
Oh man.
that live in Astral Barrage and then one tap my Cali Shadow. I have so many dents in my office wall at work from where I've chucked my phone. And you'd think I would have learned, but I haven't.
Ogapon, Cornerstone again, so Cornerstone Mask, Ivy Cudgel, Power Whip, Follow Me, Spiky Shield.
How? Does Power Whip hit a calc or something? Like it does get Seed Bomb.
Power Whip is... It probably hits a calc. I know most other
must hit a
Ogapons
calc,
run
'cause otherwise
Woodhammer.
Yeah, Woodhammer
But,
or,
But then you crack
Cornerstone
sturdy, yeah.
doesn't want to run Woodhammer because you break your own sturdy.
Yeah.
or the...
so-
I know, because Leech is more on the water build, isn't it?
I ran
Yeah.
Horn Leech on my Cornerstone.
Yeah.
I've seen
Because
it,
I was
yeah.
running Swords Dance, you don't really need the extra damage and it allows you to heal back up to 4 to replenish your sturdy.
Yeah. Urshifu Rapid Strike, Choice Scarf, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Coaching, and U-Turn.
With Terra Ghost.
Terra Ghost. Pelipper with Focus Sash, Hurricane, Weather Ball, Wide Guard, Helping Hand, Terra
Protect.
Grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no protect is interesting. Also, can I see if I can... These are so standard. Can I see if I can guess them as you call them out?
The builds or
Yeah,
the Pokemon?
builds. Yeah.
Okay. Raging Bolt,
Assault Vest?
Life Orb.
Oh, okay, the other one. So that would be Thunderclap,
Yep.
Draco Meteor,
Yep.
Thunderbolt Protect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terra.
Terra.
Oh, interesting. I know a lot of them run Terra Fairy. Is this one running Terra Electric as an offensive Terra?
Sure
He's
is.
done it.
And then Rillaboom.
Okay, this is where the Assault Vest went, I assume. I mean, fake out U-turn, Woodhammer, Grassy Glide.
Yeah.
Surely. Yeah. Terra Fire?
Yeah.
So as you can tell, this is a super beginner-friendly team because Mark picked it. Sorry.
If Mark can guess
No,
it.
I didn't mean it that way. Mark, there was so little spice in the back end that
Oh, yeah, of course.
these
yeah.
are all super standard builds.
This is very safe team building.
Yeah.
It's tried and tested and fucking tried, right? We mean
For newer players, these are the kind of sets that you want to assume people are running
yes.
and kind of use that as a baseline as you kind of figure it out, especially in CTS.
This is a very I wouldn't. It's not hard Trick Room. It's very soft Trick Room, and you're clicking it if you want to be going slow against your opponent.
You're clicking it if you come up against a team like mine that has Calyrex, Shadow Rider, and Choice
Speed.
GU, and
It's a very balance-based kind of team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much balanced Trick
Just
Room.
really reliable. I'd say this team is probably more reliable for newbies than the previous one, just because like when you're new to Pokemon, like hyper offense can be brain dead a lot of the time, but like to do well at top tables, you need to be really fucking good at positioning.
Yeah.
Whereas teams like that are a lot more forgiving because like most of those mons can like cop a hit from something.
Yeah.
I
Whereas,
feel like this particular build of Ice Rider super similar to the team that Kevin Hahn ran in Worlds Junior Finals.
Okay.
Super similar, I believe.
Yeah.
Other than Ogerpon, I don't think he had Ogerpon in that team, but yeah.
So what you're saying is so simple a child can win the world championships with it.
But he went into great detail about the lines on this team and how there are instances where you do want to click Trick Room.
Yeah.
And then there's instances where Calyrex just sits there and takes a beating and then responds with a knockout.
That thing takes so many hits. It's crazy. I like the number of times I've like clicked a move just so self-assuredly and then come away like, it lives that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
100%. Yeah, I would recommend playing it if you're new. I would recommend tweaking it if you're experienced to
Yeah.
the way you, and I would 100% play this team because I do love Trick Room.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are running Terrafire on Calyrex Ice anymore.
A lot of them are running Terra Grass.
Yeah, grass or water.
Grass and water, which really annoys my Kyogre team.
Because if you're
Occasionally
versing,
normal.
if you're versing Shadow Rider with Urshifu water, you don't want to be fire.
Yeah. Fire.
Would you like to explain that logic further?
Furthermore, Cali Eye is weak to Ghost. If you Terra into fire, you are then weak to Urshifu water.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're versing.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course.
Notably, Terra Grass, which is probably the most common one, seems like an issue because you keep your weakness to fire, but as you notice, most of them run Pelipper on the team. And, you know, in rain, with the bulk that Calyrex Eye has, fire type moves aren't particularly threatening.
Yeah.
Pelipper also kind of mitigates the risk of losing a mirror against Cali Ice because, of course, Terra Grass would make you weak to Glacial Lance.
Yes, but then you've got Wide Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wide Guard also really good for blocking opposing Calyrex Shadow Riders. However, something that Grass type does not allow you to do is duck the weakness from Terra Stellar attack boosted first impression.
That's true.
And let's not forget, Focus Ash Pelipper is usually max a special
Max special attack,
and
max speed. Yeah.
It hits like a fucking truck.
It does a lot of damage, considering it doesn't have a heap of base special attack.
Yeah.
The rain boosted Weather Ball just does heaps. It's the Torkoal effect, right?
Yeah,
Where it's got
multipliers go off.
You can
multipliers,
really play some mind games with that against CSR, for instance. If you lead Pelipper Calyrex, which is a very common lead on a team
insanely
like that,
common, especially if you're into a CSR.
you can play into the Wide Guard and perhaps protect the Calyrex and just get a big Weather Ball off.
Yeah.
Yes.
On
I reckon the
to
Urshifu.
the third team from Clover Bells. My personal favorite. I've referred to this lots as Japanese Miraidon because
All right.
it is Japanese Miraidon.
Okay, is Miraidon, Choice Specs, Terra, Fairy, Dazzling Gleam, Electro, Drift, Volt Switch, Draco, Meteor?
correct.
Fuck yeah.
Whimsicott.
This is the World Champ team, isn't it? Or close enough?
No. Luca ran low kick on his Iron Hand.
Is it the same six, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not.
No?
What's different?
Hold on. Well, let's get through it and then see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, it's the last one, yeah.
Yeah.
Whimsicott, is this Whimsicott also Covert Cloak?
Yes.
Is this the same set as last time? Tailwind, Boom Blast, Encore. So not Helping Hand then? Is it Sunny? Wouldn't be Sunny Day.
Nope.
It's Light Screen, isn't it?
It sure is.
Yeah.
Star Wipe Simpsons noise.
Jesus.
Very common, very annoying
Yeah.
fourth move on Whimsicott.
Yeah. Iron Hands.
This one is shit. I should know Terabelli's team better than I do. Is this AV?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's Drain Punch, Low Kick, No, sorry. Because this one's Drain Punch instead of Low Kick.
Yep.
So Drain Punch, Wild Charge.
Yep.
Fake Out.
Yep.
And then Heavy Slam.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Terra.
Ooh. Shit. Good question.
Cherubellis was bug, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Is this one also Terra Bug?
No.
No, Terra Grass.
Grass, because this is the Japanese Maraudon.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty sure he swapped Heavy Slam for Low Kick as well.
Yeah, he ran double
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
moves.
Yes, he did.
It was a very sort of specific world's meta thing that he
Yeah.
leaned into.
It was for the mirror basically, and that's why he was running like Terra Bug over Terra Grass. I think.
Yeah, because
Fighting resist.
everything was heavy. All the light stuff dropped off.
Well, yeah, we saw Helping Hand Low Kick, like pretty much Oko a Raging Bolt, which is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Fairly sure that's
Is
how,
that what happened to friend of the
Let's
show,
not
Melbourne
mention
Regional
it.
Champion,
Let's not mention who it
Kieran
happened.
Farigiraf.
Ooh, safety goggles?
Nope.
No. Okay. Citrus berry.
Electric Seed.
Samurai
Right.
Rumble. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
that's common.
This is a 2-attack Farigiraf.
Terra Fairy.
No, Terra Water.
Terra Water. Okay. So I mean, the 2 attacks would be Hyper Voice. No Hyper Voice. Foul play. Yeah. Okay. And then Psychic Noise.
Psychic.
Psychic over Psychic Noise.
I think Psychic Noise is potentially the better play.
As someone who ran Farigiraf for a bit, I think Psychic Noise is very good.
Yeah.
And funny, you block Drain Punch altogether.
Yeah, there's a lot of different
You
ways
get
to run
to
it.
wall Annihilate entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
hilarious.
extremely relevant. You
It
could
was
also
better in Ray
run.
Cage.
Here's a spicy pick for a psychic move on for a giraffe. Twin Beam
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
running that for a bit.
for piercing Sashosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sasha Shifu. So I mean, I'm clearly not doing that great with this team, but so we've got Foul Play, Psychic,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna assume Trick Room,
Yep.
and then Helping Hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ogerpon Half Flame, which has the Half Flame mask, of course, and Terra Fire, because it can't be anything else.
Spoilers,
Yep.
come on.
No Rillaboom on this team, is there? Because it's
No.
an electric terrain team.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Is it Woodhammer or Hornleech?
Yeah, Woodhammer.
Woodhammer, yeah. Woodhammer, Ivy Cudgel, Sword Stance?
No.
No? Follow me?
This one's Follow Me.
Follow me,
Spiky
Protect. Or Spiky Shield, rather, yeah.
From memory, the Japanese one was Max on this Ogerpon.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Cherubelli's had a really weird, like a really fucky bulk set.
Yeah, it
with
was
not a lot of speed investment.
Extremely bulky.
Yeah.
And I just love all the idiots on like 1300 Showdown ladder. Like, I've got the world champions team.
Yeah.
And they just don't know how to pilot it at all. And they just get outsped and one-tapped.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
And then the final one, Urshifu.
Is this Dark Shifu?
It is, yeah.
That gets me, like, because of course the world champ one is Rapid Strike, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And because you can't tell on CTS which one it is, it's
Yeah,
a big
so
guessing game.
assume it's his team.
Miraidon for the longest time before we hit August and World Championships was running Dark Urshifu. And then it was like in the few weeks in the lead up to Worlds, everything switched to
water.
surging. Yeah.
So is this... Has this team already used Focus Sash?
No.
Is this Focus Sash? Or
It
is
is,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
about the only way to
Sucker
run
Punch,
Dark.
Wicked Blow, Close Combat Protect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terra.
Ooh. This isn't Stellar Terra, is it?
No.
That was mostly just for the waters.
It's
Terra Dark?
Terra Dark.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Yeah, because the calc on this was, I think, Sucker Punch, Terra Dark, O-Code, Calyrex. So that if it was in
Calyrex Ice Rider?
Ice Rider.
Yeah, fucking like...
So that if you were...
Sucker Punch from a pink urchin kills Calyrex Shadow Rider.
Yeah. So if you were in a Trick Room scenario,
Yep.
you could get rid of the Ice Rider.
Unless they have Psychic Terrain for a giraffe.
Unless they had Psychic Terrain or Farigiraf, yep. But also Focus Sash, you have a chance that you're going to get it with Wicked Blow. So
Yeah.
that was the idea behind this Urshifu, which this team is, I'll say it again, it's the Japanese Miraidon. It's very early Reg G Japanese build of Miraidon and relatively unchanged.
Yeah. I think
the Farigiraf I had from that Japanese team, sorry to cut you off,
No, you're
was
good.
instead of Flower Play, it did run a Protect.
Yeah. seems a bit trickier to play than the other two, I think. The other two are very straightforward, very easy to pilot. This one seems like it takes at least a modicum of brain power to do a bit of positioning.
I am not ashamed to admit the fact that this particular team, when I ran it to Master Ball, I had the flowcharts from the creator next to me while I was playing so that I could see in team preview, oh, this is a Koraidon, this is a Kyogre, whatever. This is your lead and this is your back.
Shit, okay.
Its lines were like rock solid. It usually had like the first two turns. Like it was a very detailed write-up that the original creator or team like put together for this. So I would say if you can get your hands on that and you can translate it nicely.
Good luck.
Because Google does not
Butchers
it's so bad. Does not like translating Pokemon names very well. If you can get your hands on that, pretty beginner friendly. If you can't get your hands on that, tough. Like it is tough to run.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I would agree, not very beginner friendly compared to the horses.
Yeah.
I disagree that the Cali I one would be harder, but that's because I hate balance. That's my 2 cents.
Wait, sorry, Joel, you think the Calyrex Ice team would be harder to pilot than the Miraidon one?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
I say it would be.
You think the Calyrex Ice one would be harder to pilot?
Yes.
No, it fucking wouldn't.
I don't know. Cali Ice is an interesting one because, like, with Shadow Rider, there's less of an aspect of like having to feel out its limitations. You can just kind of sit there and throw out attacks, and it probably kills everything. But with Cali Ice, it's like it is very bulky. It can take a lot of punishment, but like there is a limitation on that, like with certain attackers.
I don't know. I feel like of all Pokemon, no Pokemon is punished less for bad positioning than Calyrex Ice.
Yep. I tend to agree.
Yep. And I think, sure, it's slower than Cali Shadow. It still does fucking heaps of damage. Like, do they have the same base offensive stat? Are they both base 150? Sorry, I think 165, yeah.
Yeah.
Peter Vows, let us know.
I feel like Shadow Rider might be 160 because special.
It's 165.
Yeah, and 150 speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to say because usually like a special is considered a much more powerful attack designation.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's 165, 165.
Yeah, they're both 165.
Yeah.
And then instead of having 150 speed, Calyrex Ice has 150 defense.
Yeah.
Unit.
Stonks.
Holy shit.
What's the HP stat?
100.
100.
100, 150.
And then 130 special defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, still huge.
Fucked up.
Big stat.
It's
block.
why I think we saw a few AV Ice Rider at Worlds, didn't we? And they just sat there like taking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember seeing one or two.
I can do this all day.
Okay.
We should give it an evolution so we can put a Violite on it.
Eviolite, yeah. It's like a Violite.
Yeah.
It's like
Eviolite.
it's the Microwave. That's where you
Microwave. Yes.
that's where you
God.
heat your food up.
The
I
thing
say
with
many
Ice Rider
words.
is like it feels weird to call it passive, but there are certain situations where like lance and horsepower don't really have the firepower to get the job done.
It is slightly restricted in its coverage because you only run 2 offensive moves. One of them is not stab.
Yeah.
Ice is pretty good offensively though. So
Yeah. Like
Ice
if you can just sit there and click
ground.
Glacial Lance, but like it's the sort of thing where you can't necessarily guarantee a kill off the rip with it in the same way
Yeah,
that
sure.
like Miraidon or CSR could.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to my favorite
This is team
Pokemon.
number 4.
team number 4, sorry.
Of 8, right?
Of 8. My personal favorite legendary that I want to see do well. Not my favorite way to run this legendary, but the statistics say this is the way to run it.
Okay.
Terrapagos.
Trapagoose.
I do love the turtle. This one is leftovers. So
Lame.
it's the Calm Mind, Terra Starstorm, Substitute, Protect.
Oh, it's like the bulky protect the queen set.
Yeah.
Yep. Is this like Grimmsnarl Sinister or something?
No. So it's paired with Ogerpon Halflame, the same set that we've already come across.
Yep.
Insin, Rocky Helmet with Parting Shot,
Yep.
Knockoff, Will-O-Wisp, Fake Out, Terra
Damage control.
Ghost,
Yep.
Rillaboom, Assault Vest, Fake Out, Woodhammer, Grassy Glide, U-Turn, Terra Fire.
Is the Ogerpon Glide?
No.
Okay.
No, it's the Ivy Woodhammer.
Because if you Terra your Terrapagos, you would get rid of your terrain.
Yeah.
Urshifu, Rapid with Mystic Water, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Aquajet, Protect, and then
Terra Poison to note as well.
Terra Poison, yes.
Really?
And then Fluttermane, Booster Energy, Moonblast, Icy Wind, Thunderwave, Protect, Terra Fairy.
No Shadow Ball.
It is 100% protect the team, protect the Queen build.
It's lame and I hate it.
Mood.
I hate this build. I wouldn't play it. I prefer Specs Terrapagos, but I also am a middling player at best.
It's leftovers grassy terrain so that you have Terra Shell basically permanently intact. You take a hit, it's not very effective. You don't take that much damage from it because the set's quite bulky as well. Leftovers grassy terrain, recover back to full, Terra Shell is intact again. It's hard to punch through. It just kind of calm minds a few times. Then it terras, and then it just blasts through things with Terra Starstorm.
And then Fake Out and Follow
Grassy
Me
terrain
support.
is 1/16th HP recovery as well.
I think
It is, yeah. So it's a total of 1/8 with
1/8,
leftovers.
yeah.
Which means if you don't take damage the first turn, you could substitute, get an 1/8 back, then protect and get the other 1/8 back, and that gets you to
100%.
full.
Yeah. So it's the mono attack. You would have to be very careful with this build, not to get yourself in a situation where you can't prevent a wide guard from going up constantly. If
And
you've
Terra Starstorm is only 8 PP, so
yes.
you don't want to get stalled out either.
Okay, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, only 8 PP. It's single target when you haven't terrored, and when you do terror, it hits both.
But yeah, it's basically just going to stall things out, run, bulky support.
You'd want to get lots of chip around.
Yeah.
Leperberry Fling.
So I mean, if you're a newer player looking to pick up a team and you're listening to this now, don't run this team. Be cool like us.
I would say of the teams we have looked at so far, this would be the highest skill cap team to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Seems like a low skill cap one on the surface, but like it's very, very difficult to pull that off consistently.
I reckon it's low skill cap until you get to about 1,500 on Showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a bit lower than that, like maybe about 1,100. But against idiots, I reckon you don't need to know much about the game to just be able to completely steamroll them with a team like this.
Potentially, yeah.
But then as soon as you're up against people who have 3 brain cells and at least a month of experience,
as long as they rub together.
yeah, exactly. You need to start focusing on your positioning a bit more.
Yeah. Basically it has two... this build of Fluttermane is very passive. I would assume looking at it, it's probably booster speed. It's probably not booster special attack.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, booster speed, Icy Wind.
Yeah, and it would be a bulky Fluttermane. So it's probably not putting out as much damage even with the Moonblast as you would want it to.
Oh, no, Moonblast is just there for chip. That thing exists to be very fast and use Icy Wind and Thunderwave.
Yeah.
That's what that's for.
Yeah. 2, protect your Queen of Terrapagos.
Yep.
So I 100% would not play this team. I wouldn't recommend it to a beginner. But I like it. Dan?
They Diaclawed the OTS and put it to sleep. Boring. Honk shoe. The Flutter was 140 timid and has like 4 EVs in special attack.
Yeah.
For this particular rental, it's very bulky.
Yep.
Thick. Okay, on to one of the coolest legendaries that we have. Koraidon.
Koraidon's an interesting one.
So interesting.
It never really feels like it truly delivers. Like Sun should be good.
I like it a lot. If you're listening to this and you're new, don't run Koraidon because it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's another generation where the red legendary got fucked.
Yeah,
by its multipliers.
the red box legendary got Sun and isn't a fire type to benefit from the stabs.
Yeah.
They did it to us twice.
I mean, Terrafire is perfect for it, but
Yeah, Terrify is a very good, but it, at that point becomes a Terra Hog.
yeah.
Its coverage kind of sucks because to be like, does this set have is it Flablet's Flame Charge?
Correct.
Yes.
You're running
Yeah.
double of the same type that isn't stab until you commit a Terra.
Yeah.
And then fighting collision course, I assume,
Of
is the
course,
third move,
yeah.
and then protect.
Yep.
Yeah, fighting is not good offensive coverage.
No.
It's not reliable damage, and
And you kind of have to clear Amulet because it's a physical attack.
Exactly.
you have to, yeah,
Yeah.
on a Pokemon like that.
It's another one of those restricteds that has the problem of being completely hamstrung and fucked on by a non-restricted.
Yeah.
Like Terrapagos is the same against Urshifu, and
Yeah.
that's the reason that never really got a ton of traction around Worlds.
So many seconds in the lead up to, but
Yeah. For Koraidon, that mon is Pelipper.
yeah.
Like Pelipper just completely fucks it up.
Yeah. Mitigates all of it, basically.
Resist both stabs and flips the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And has both super effective moves if it terrors or if it doesn't. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Sun is really good in Reg G. I don't think Sunsetters are any good in Reg G. I think Groudon and Koraidon are both a waste of a restricted slot. And then unless you're running Trick Room, Torkoal sucks.
So
Yeah.
what would you put a restricted on a Sun team if you have a manual Sunsetter or like Torkoal?
Well, you'd want to take advantage of boosted fire with stabs, so I'd run Reshiram.
Does it also get Tailwind?
Yeah, good question.
There aren't that many good
surely
fire
Peter
type
Val?
restrictions. are there?
No, there's no good fire type restricted.
Surely, if you really wanted to play Sun, you'd do something dumb like run Shadow Rider.
Yeah,
With
you
a
just run like
supporting
CSR
Suncast.
or
Yeah.
Rhydon, and then just run it with like, Chi-Yu or some other Pokemon that benefit from, any of the past Paradox Mons because they all get the Proto Boost.
Yeah. Yeah. So this Koraidon build is paired with Farigiraf, Safety Goggles, Terra
Okay.
Water, Foul Play, Psychic Noise, Trick Room, Helping Hand, Raging Bolt, Assault Vest, Terra Electric, Thunderclap, Draco Meteor, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch,
Okay.
Fluttermane, Booster Energy, Terra Fairy, Moonblast, Icy Wind, Taunt, Protect,
Yep.
Chi-Yu, Choice Scarf, Terra Ghost, Heat Wave, Overheat, Snarl, Dark Pulse,
Yep.
and then Arqueen, Ogerpon, Cornerstone, Ivy Cudgel, Power Whip, Follow Me, Spiky Shield.
Yeah, I think if
Okay.
you're gonna run Koraidon, this is the correct way to run it. Just
No.
like run it as a Sunsetter and then just stack it to the gills with a bunch of Protomons and fire types.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there were two Protomons there, one of which has Booster Energy. So, a lot of the
Yeah.
time it's just-
Yeah.
which I think is fair enough because, there's so much Pelipper out there or Terrapagos when it terrors or other weather control
Yeah.
that you want to be able to maintain that speed outside of Sun. But then what was two Protomons? So
Two
Raging
Protos.
Bolt and Fluttermane.
Yep.
Then Chi-Yu is the fire type.
Yep.
Was there a Tailwind setter on that team? Or are you just kind of relying on natural speed?
You have Trick Room, you have Scarf on Chi-Yu.
Yeah, and then
And Icy Wind.
Booster Speed, Icy Wind on Fluttermane.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you can either choose to go slow or slow them down.
Yeah. I don't know. It all these previous teams, I'm just like, yep, bread and butter. I see that all over Showdown. This one, not so much.
Yeah.
Whack.
Whack.
Yeah.
I would argue Sasha's better on Fluttermane since you are Scarf on Chi-Yu anyway. Like if you are leading Flutterfish, like you still get a fast Chi-Yu, so
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're leading, yeah, I mean, I suppose that's true.
And Fluttermane doesn't need all that. No, it does, doesn't it? Because, yeah. So you wouldn't lead it into Shadow Rider, but most other things aren't really keeping up with Fluttermane.
it doesn't even have Shadow Ball anyway for the Shadow.
Yeah,
Rider.
Yeah.
If you're leading Flutterfish, you don't need to worry about how fast your Fluttermane is because Chi-Yu is Choice Scarf, so you just Choice Scarf Dark Pulse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting case. You see it on a bunch of common mons where they're dropping moves that have historically been really, really common on them just because the necessity isn't there. You got Shadow Ball on Flutter, you got Flare Blitz on Incin. They have other utility that they'd rather be using in this particular format.
Yeah. I would say Koraidon is probably not beginner friendly,
Agreed.
but go off Queen if you want to use it.
Yeah.
I think
Especially if you only bought Scarlet because you really like the cool dragon on the front and you want to use it.
yeah.
Go for your life.
Hey, Game Freak, give us the shinies already.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yes.
Like I would run Koraidon at an event just to run the shiny, just to say that I had.
Fuck yeah, I would.
I think it's less a case with Koraidon that it's a high skill cap mon or it's more suited for veteran players.
I think it's just tough to run.
Yeah, I think it's just not good.
I think it won like one special event in like LATAM.
Yeah.
It was really early on.
Dude, it was
win
like super
Puerto Rico
jank
or something?
team. I don't know what it was.
It breaks my heart because it's so close to being good, but
No,
it's
it was-
just not.
It was one of
Yeah.
those LATAM regions that had like a super Western / Spanish name.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Dude also had Gold Dango on the team, if I remember. Yeah, it was a weird team as well.
Gold Dango is sexy hot in this format.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
It was one of those like 64 player special events.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, number 6. A team that friend of the show, Andy LeVGC, member of the O2 Drop Discord.
Oh, Kyogre with Poliwell?
Not quite. The other one that he said he was very interested in rebuilding for Egg G, Zacian Regidrago.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Finally, some spice.
I was going to say, you were fucking around with this, weren't you, Biguli?
yeah,
I
yeah.
played around with it too, and
Finally, some good fucking.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I'm not sure, man.
The thing with it is, it's like Drago is your restricted in this, and Zacian's there to enable it.
Yeah.
That's why this is the Terra Blast, Terra Ground one as well.
Yes.
Fuck
yes, it is.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's Zacian Crowned because it's a carrying rusted sword, Terra Ground, Iron Head, Play Rough, Terra Blast, Protect.
Just for the new listeners, Ironhead becomes Behemoth Blade. So 100 base damage, 100 accuracy.
Yeah.
No other effects because we're not in Generation 8 anymore.
No, we're not. Regidrago with Terra Dragon, Life Orb, Dragon Energy, Draco Meteor, Earth Power, Protect. This is usually a max build, isn't it? On the
Not
Regidrago.
not necessarily.
Honestly.
It would likely max special attack though, surely.
Yeah, it's always like modest 252.
Yeah.
The other stuff's. This one's a bit weird as well because a lot of them are going Terra Ghost, Terra Blast as well on them now.
On the Zacians.
No, on the Dragos.
On the Drago.
Is
Yeah.
that to hit CSR?
Yeah, yeah.
And then, I mean, presumably Ice Rider as well.
Yeah.
Indeedee, Rocky Helmet, Terra Grass, Follow Me, Dazzling Gleam, Helping Hand, Protect, Tornadus, Covert Cloak, Terra Dark, Bleak Wind, Rain
makes
Dance,
sense.
Tailwind, Taunt, Ogerpon, Hearthflame, Ivy Cudgel, Woodhammer, Follow Me, Spiky Shield, and Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Choice Scarf, Terra Water, Surging Strikes, Coaching, U-Turn, Close Combat.
Yeah, where there's an Urshi water, there's a Torn. And where there's a Torn,
There's a rain
Urshi
dance.
water. Yeah.
So it's a tail room where Regidrago is your restricted.
Yeah. It's cool. That's why they're not max speed, is because Reggie Drago ain't the fastest either. So if you're like, hey, my team is slower, you can just like, hey, Trick Room time.
Yep.
And sweep on the Trick Room with Reggie Drago. So
I like the coaching there too. I think that's
Yeah.
a really good way of sort of shoring up Zacian's weaknesses this gen. Like
Yeah.
one of its big sort of Achilles heels is that it loses its ability immediately if it's intimidated.
Yeah.
Basically.
yeah.
Like you get that +1 attack boost, but if it gets taken away, you're not getting it back.
Yeah, I don't know if what they did to Intrepid Sword in Gen 9 was warranted
It wasn't.
no.
because it fell off a cliff, but
I mean, Game Freak have never really stuck the landing on a cross-gen balance change,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Like think about what they did to Dark Void and think about
Yeah.
what they did to Talonflame and
Zamazenta needed it. Zacian not so much.
Yeah.
weirdly enough, yeah.
No one would have predicted that, I don't think.
Yeah.
Samus end up being massively.
And they wouldn't really have play tested Reg G or,
No, of course
or the
not.
double
Of
restriction.
course
Yeah.
not, yeah.
They don't playtest full stop.
True, otherwise they'd find out all their
Otherwise,
bugs.
yeah, I was going to say, after about half an hour of playtesting, they might be like, hey, do we want to fix this so the player isn't halfway through the floor at all times?
no.
This reminded me of the Gale Wings nerf, Rip Talonflame.
Yeah.
I
never
think that
forget.
was warranted.
What was the because Gale Wings used to be all the time?
Yeah.
So just be, you know, you always have Prankster on Bravebird and Tailwind. I'm glad that's not a thing anymore.
I think it wouldn't be unbalanced in today's day and age because
No, it would be in
the thing that annoyed me about that is like going into Sun and Moon, they added so many things that were like specifically designed to fuck on Bravebird. Like you had Psychic Terrain, which they added specifically for priority, and then you had shit like Tapu Koko as well. And it's like,
But Talonflame wouldn't have been in contact with Psychic Terrain.
It's not the user
It's
being
the
in contact,
target.
it's the target.
Oh.
So you can priority Talonflame because Talonflame isn't touching Psychic Terrain, but Talonflame can't priority anything that's touching Psychic
it's a
Terrain.
very, very funny thing to do when you're running Psychic Terrain, to just like ignore the Talonflame and leave it at full so it just
Yeah.
cannot get an attack off.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
Fair enough. Yeah, I love the idea of this team.
Yeah. Before we move on from this idea, I do have a very, very spicy tech that I want to share with the room for Zacian.
Yeah.
I think that the best coaching user to pair with it is actually Scarf Annihilate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Defiant.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get Defiant for Incin. You're a ghost type, so you can't get faked out. So you get those coachings for free pretty much
Yeah.
against fake out. And you also have the option of Final Gambit,
Yes.
which is a really, really powerful tool against certain restricted.
I do love Scarf Gambit Ape.
Yeah.
What's
Love
Annihilate's base HP?
110, I think. It's
So you
something
can
big.
final gambit one tap a Calyrex Ice Rider.
It
Yeah.
hits 217 at max HP.
You
I
can
think so, yeah.
you can one tap a Calyrex Ice Rider.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you take anything away from tonight's episode, two things can one tap a Calyrex Ice Rider.
Yeah.
Scarf Annihilate and Slitherwing.
I would say the way that Zacian plays in Reg 9, it's probably not beginner friendly.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a good mod.
This is a
Oh, definitely not.
this is a positioning
To either of
team
those.
for sure,
Yeah.
and a read team.
Yeah.
I think anytime you've seen anybody do well on Reggie Drago on stream, incredibly good positioning. They get it to an end game where it can come in and sweep.
An auspicious matchup most of the time as well. There are a lot of things that can just shut Regidrago down, like
Yeah.
opposing speed control, wide guard, literally any fairy type.
Fairies, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like if it gets those big dragon energies off, it's winning. But like if not, it just kind of falls over.
Do you
100%.
guys also notice it was Life Orb Drago and not Dragon Fang?
That is very interesting.
I did notice that. I didn't realize Dragon Fang was standard.
Dragon Fang is the standard. I think it's like as well, people like, oh, the chip, it's going to weaken my dragon energies.
Yeah.
But I think with
Oh no, it's
one-
only like 142 base
yeah,
power.
with one chip, it's like the same as a Dragon Fang, but there's a calc to pick up with Draco Meteor on something, but it has escaped me.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Plus, you get to boost your Earth power.
Why not just
Oh, I
specs it, man?
I forgot that Dragon Energy was basically a
It's a Dragon Eruption, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's about.
What's the is Reggie Drago still 1.5 or did it cop the same nerf that Reggie Alecki did? For
1.3.
Its ability.
Dragons more.
Yeah.
Is it 1.3 as well?
I think they all became
Yeah, I
1.3.
think
yeah.
so.
And that's
Yeah.
fucking plenty.
I feel like I remember like one like set of duos. One of them didn't get nerfed.
Yeah, because Transistor definitely became 1.3. So
Yeah. And I think Reggie Alecki nerf was fucking warranted.
Yeah, definitely warranted.
Give me a second.
Let's consult the showdowns.
Yeah. I mean, Regidrago, the fun of it is just like, it's literally fun with multipliers the mon. It's like Miraidon.
Yeah.
You just like add a whole bunch of shit on top of it. Terra Dragon as well. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just big boomies.
I was correct. Dragon's Maw has not been nerfed. It's still
there you
1.5
Yeah. So
So
multiplier.
that's the pair that didn't get
Yes,
get the same treatment yet.
Yeah, so Transistor got nerfed, Dragon's Maw didn't, and as someone who uses Reggie Alecki, I have zero complaints about that. I think that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Like that was the correct move. no
Now I want
problems
to
here.
fuck around with Trick Ring Target.
Why are you sick of fairy types?
Yeah.
There's two fairy types in the meta at the moment. There's Fluttermane, and then there's our two Tinkertons.
Yes.
Oh, and then whoever's running this dumbass team in has Zacian, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Terrors, like there's Bolt and there's CS.
Okay, that's true. There's a lot of Fairy Terror running around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 7. It got that dog in him again. Zamazenta. Crowned. Nobody really likes it. Terra Dragon, because of course. Body Press, Heavy Slam, Wide Guard, Protect.
Yup.
Paired with GM Pow, Focus Sash, Terror Ghost, Icicle Crash, Throat Chop, Sucker Punch, Protect. Never seen that build before. Rillaboom, Assault Vest, Terror Fire, Fake Out, Woodhammer, Grassy Glide, U-Turn. Never seen that one. Chi-Yu, Choice Scarf,
Double
Terror
Ruin.
Ghost, Heat Wave, Overheat, Dark Pulse, Snarl, Unique,
Wow.
Fluttermane, Booster Energy,
Wow.
Terror Grass,
Flutterfish in this economy.
Moonblast, Shadow Ball,
Ooh.
Icy Wind, Protect, and Amogus.
I mean, like fucking booster speed, Fluttermane, hooray, how original. But
Yeah.
like, at least this one's got Shadow Ball.
yeah.
Amogus is fun.
Rocky Helmet,
No, it isn't.
Terra Fairy, Clear Smog, Spore, Rage Powder, Protect.
Okay.
I hate it. Thank you.
Where's
Yeah.
the Latios? Boo.
Yeah,
Where's
you
the
need that
Latios?
Latios Goltras. Yeah.
Oh, this is what Matt Anderson was running yesterday.
The Kelch team.
I
Yeah.
played against it. Fucking sucks. I mean, like, he beat me because I got something wrong game 3 where I thought my Tinkerton was going to live a body press because I had previous turn, but I forgot that with Chen Pao on the field, it was going to do more because I'm a good VGC player. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't respect Zamazenta. I think that like big body presses is something, and if it's iron defense and you have too many physical types, it can stop.
This one's not, but,
Yeah.
but
But, like-
most of the ones that had success were Iron Defense.
Yeah, but literally run any ghost type,
Yeah.
any Terra
Lol.
Ghost.
Yeah.
It's just completely you can ignore it.
Yeah, but that's why you have throat chop GM power.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
any decent Zamazenta team is going to have like at least 2 dark types.
Yeah.
It's just going to stack up to the gills with anti-ghost tech, but like if you have the right ghost, that's pretty easy to play around because like Moltres isn't necessarily a good mon in and of itself. And like the ruins are good for sure, but like especially the offensive ones, they're pretty easy to clear while sort of playing around Zamazenta because it's pretty one note.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Moving
why I
on.
like.
I hate Zamazenta. Mikhail Kelsch was the first person to get a good result.
Yeah,
in Reg
he's
G1.
basically
Yeah.
the champion of it early
Yeah.
on.
So a good player had a really good result with Zamazenta, and then you hit nothing but Zamazenta in the 1100s.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of what you need to know about Zamazenta.
Mhm.
Is it's again a high skill cap ceiling, and it's more about what you play with it
Yeah.
than it itself.
Yeah, if you're new listening to this, don't play this team. If you're not new and you're listening to this, don't play this team.
If you're Michael Kelch, don't play this.
Respond to us on Twitter.
This mon is the main reason why Golden Go is so good, in my opinion. Like, that is a Pokemon that just completely invalidates any Zamazenta archetype.
Yeah,
at
but
all.
then you get your Make It Rain, Wide Guard, and it's just two-way misery.
if they have Wide Guard.
a
Most
lot of them are
do,
running it. That
yeah.
one's running Wide Guard. The
This
team
one
you just
is,
read out.
Yeah. You just sit in front of it, you click Nasty Plot, and then you Shadow Ball it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun gameplay.
Yeah.
Thrilling.
This is why I run Faint.
Okay, and our final intro to Reg G2 Electric Boogaloo team is the Fish.
The fish.
Kyogre?
Kyogre.
Fuck yeah.
It Dat Boy.
Is this the Serena build?
Yes.
Orcas fish.
Orcas fish, no. They're not. They're
mammals.
They're Cetians.
The
It's not a
whales?
fish then, Joel.
Get
Sorry,
fucked.
not what. They're called killer whales, but they're like dolphins.
Yeah,
Cetians.
yeah.
Oh, is that where Titan comes from?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. They're like a divergent whale. Sorry. Yeah, a divergent
Autistic
dolphin.
whale.
A divergent
After
whale.
the comment that the Adventure World kid made about your weight, I was thinking, you're a divergent whale.
Too soon.
Have another cookie, Dan.
Yeah. Stuff's face.
All right, what's this? Is it Terra Water or is it cringe?
It's cringe.
Fuck.
It's Choice Scarf, Terra Grass, Water
this one.
Spout,
Yeah.
Origin Pulse, Thunder, Ice Beam, Tornadus, Covert Cloak, Terra Steel.
Okay.
Bleak Wind, Tailwind, Rain Dance, Taunt,
Yep.
Urshifu, Water, because obviously, Mystic Water, Terra Grass, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Aquajet, Detect,
Yep.
Chi and Pow feels weird, but your basic... Serena's physical attacker. Focus Sash, Terra Ghost, Ice Spinner, Sucker Punch, Sacred Sword, Protect. Very traditional Chi and Pow there.
Yeah.
Landorus, Life
Sensor. Sensor.
Poison, yeah. Sandsear, Earth Power, Sludge, Protect. And Tsarina, Wide Lens, Terra Ice.
Correct.
Yeah.
Terra
Power
Ice is the
Whip,
most common, yeah.
Power Whip, Triple Axle, Taunt, and Protect.
Taunt is interesting. I'm
That's standard on Serena, I think.
okay. I'm running a much like the first team you mentioned. This team has, I believe, 4 mons in common with what I'm running. So the team I was running, the team that I settled on last time Regulation G was around was a Kyogre team, with Tornadus, Kyogre, Landorus, and Tsarina. I think the Tsarina is an excellent shout. Anyone half decent at VGC will tell you can't run Kyogre and Reg G without priority denial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Because Grassy Glide exists and Thunderclap exists.
yeah, 100%. And you don't really...
And even any other priority is like reducing water spout.
Yeah, exactly. So things like Sucker Punch.
Yeah. You don't really want Indeedee because the synergy's low, and I think same with Farigiraf.
Yeah.
It's just low synergy with most Kyogre builds.
Bruxish actually has a lot of synergy because it gets its Wave Crash boosted by the rain. Unfortunately, people are cucks and don't run it. But
Show us
if
the
you're
way.
new and you're listening to this, put Bruxish on your team because it's based. That being said, I run Tsarina on my team. I think it's absolutely the correct play. Coverage. I know this team was running Chien-Pao, but I was getting ice coverage from Triple Axle, grass coverage from Power Whip, and I also wasn't running Urshifu on my team either, so I also had High Jump Kick.
Nice.
One thing to consider on a Kyogre build, if you're planning on building one, is include Feint. Mark is running the unfathomably fucking based Tinkaton. Because Mold Breaker pierces all of the prior denial, and it just means that you get to pierce Wide Guard no matter what.
Yeah.
However, I have seen Mienshao, and I've also seen Raichu, and I think Raichu in particular is very oppressive.
Raichu is problematic for...
Yeah.
Because Raichu will usually be fake out nuzzle to get the paralysis hitting, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, Raichu is very problematic for me because I have 2 forms of speed control on my team. One of them was Tailwind from Tornadus. I was also running Regieleki with Electro Web. Regieleki is incredibly funny because it outspeeds most Choice Scarf mons.
Yeah.
So it outspeeds Choice Scarf Urshifu.
Yeah.
And I think because I'm running Choice Specs as well, unless they're running Bulk, which a lot of them are now, to be fair, pretty sure you can one-tap them with Electro Web, which is hilarious. That's Urshifu Water, obviously. But a lot of the time, if they don't have Wide Guard, you can lead Regieleki and Kyogre. Regieleki uses Electro Web to get them slower than Kyogre and pops Sash or Sturdy.
Yeah.
And then Kyogre just absolutely
Cleans
obliterates
up.
with Water Spout.
Yeah.
If you're new and you're listening to this, you should run my version of the team because, like, holy shit, it's brain dead. No fucking thoughts whatsoever. You either go Regieleki Kyogre or you go Tinkaton Kyogre, and then when they click Wide Guard, you click Feint and then double KO them with Water Spout.
And then they cry.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But no, strong team. I support it. Like I said, my team is more brain dead because I run Terra Water on my Kyogre.
Yeah, I was going to say, this one feels like it should have Terra Water
It really
with
does,
Serena.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Just blow it up.
Or swap the items of Scarf and Mystic Water with the Urshifu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And run like Terra
Run
Water
Protect.
on because they're both Terra Grass.
They're both Terra Grass,
which
yeah.
weirded me out because when
Yeah.
I was expecting either one of them to be Terra Water or maybe the Urshifu to be Terra Stella because that's very common
Yeah.
for Water Shifu.
Yeah. But there you go.
Yeah.
8 teams for you to try out in early Reg G, courtesy of at Cloverbells21. Definitely check them out on X, or, if they've moved over to Blue Sky, check out them there. Now, friend of the show, and, not really friend of the show yet, but somebody that a lot of the people here love, Moxie Boosted, has done a massive call out.
What do you mean not a friend of the show yet?
I don't know.
One day.
One day.
One day. Okay, cool. Maybe we'll run into him at a regs.
How
We might.
ominous.
How ominous.
Just keep sending him messages.
Will you be my friend?
Keep
Moxie
sending me
boosted.
death threats.
just Photoshop him onto a broccoli.
Yes.
True.
That's the play.
Yeah.
Has made a massive call out to
Zamazenta players.
to the red-pilled Pokemon community. I think this happens, from what I've experienced, mostly in the TCG.
The red-pilled Pokemon community.
Yeah.
I have so much concern.
Yeah. You're not on the internet very much, so you don't know how heinous some of the Pokemon community is. There was a whole write-up before Christmas where someone was like, this is how you attack trans people to their face.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I haven't
was-
seen that.
It was something.
It was
That does give me an idea for a great video where it's like a kind of spoof, like self-defense against trans person. It's like, if a trans person is coming at you, here, distract them with a box of Lego. Or,
Pulls out gun.
God. Jesus Christ.
so
Sorry, go on. Yes,
This
we're
is
talking about heinous people.
heinous people. This is Moxie Boosted's call out, and it is on point. There's an epidemic of men with anime profile pictures whose only relationship was a failed one with their high school sweetheart, telling younger men that women are evil and they should continue to doom scroll incel Twitter.
Yes, like I said, Zamazenta players.
It is.
This is an incredible thing to hear from a PokeTuber.
yeah. So on point.
Yeah.
At the O2 drop, we obviously love to call out shitty behavior. We called out that tweet earlier at the end of 2024 with like, don't be a dick to people.
Yep.
And this call out from a PokeTuber being like, y'all are fucked. Think about some shit.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
This comment about how to attack trans people, I haven't heard about that, but a nominee for Mouth Breather of the Year?
I'll have to dig it out. I
Absolutely.
don't know if I have it bookmarked because I don't like having...
I would hope you don't, but I would appreciate you finding it.
I don't like having that stuff bookmarked for a long period of time because it changes my algorithm, obviously.
Yeah.
We could always get like all of our trans friends who could like beat that person up, which I imagine is most of them.
Yeah.
Get them on the podcast to come up with a response.
This one was specifically where the person who called out the behavior got banned by Pokemon because they weren't
Yeah,
going
so I
through the
remember this.
correct channel to complain.
Yeah, okay,
So like
yeah.
TPCI and TPC really dislike people going to online forums and then making claims when they haven't put in proper
Very-
complaints that they can address.
Very image conscious.
Yeah, and then of course they also don't like if something's under investigation, you go in online and muddying the waters. So they're very much like let us deal with it, and then unfortunately this person who was complaining about this person that was like, this is how you attack trans people to their face, got banned because they were calling that out.
Christ.
Yeah, it was mental.
Not a
It was
good
all
look.
about like how to get around the pronouns and shit.
That's
The whole like gist of it was.
And this person who made this was like decided to say that they were like identified as she when they were getting like
Oh,
ribbed by a judge or
one
whatever,
of
so-
those.
yeah, one of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be clear, there is a very, very strong trans presence in Pokemon VGC, and it is fantastic. Lots and lots of trans women and men playing the game and participating in their communities.
And non-binary people.
Yes. And anything that sort of runs counter to that is against the spirit of the game and the community. So we
Yeah.
here at the O2 Drop take a very, very strong stance against transphobia.
If you're a new player listening to this and you encounter a transphobe, beat them up.
I will go out and say we endorse this message.
Yeah. Hit them with their own switch.
I will go one further with Moxie Boosted and say that there is an epidemic of people who haven't been punched in the face
Yeah.
in their life because they've hidden behind a keyboard and said shit online and they haven't said it to people's faces. I will say outright that I've been punched in the face and been given a concussion because I said some dumb shit to people bigger than me.
I think you and I
And look at you now.
Now I'm doing it on a podcast.
saying it behind a microphone instead of a keyboard. Yeah.
On the internet.
I think
I don't hide who I am.
I gotta chuck some stones here, but I think you and I both have had like previous manosphere. But what
yeah.
about men's rights kind of deals?
100%.
And I think
everybody's
you were a
been
bit
through
worse
that.
than me from what you've told me, but like both of us. And I have to say, as someone who is also like that, there's two cures: get punched in the face or touch a boob. And generally, the first time like a woman ever let me like make out with her, I became a feminist. Like,
You're so nice for doing this. Thank you.
yeah, well, what can I ever do to repay you? It's like, who's Susan B. Anthony? Okay, I guess I'll look into that. But no, yeah, I mean, make some friends that aren't in your own shitty demographic. Go out and actually meet people.
Says a podcast of 5 white guys.
Yeah, yes.
5 enlightened white guys.
5 enlightened white
Half
guys.
Italian, thank you.
Sorry, yeah, we got our diversity
Yeah,
quota.
Yeah, oh,
you.
Jesus.
Because Luigi did prove that all Italians are black.
Yep. That we're not
True.
white.
Yeah.
Um,
Ethan, you look confused by that statement.
They were charging him with terrorism charges, and
Yes.
they don't do that for white people.
That's true.
Yeah. Therefore, indirectly, he's not white.
Checks out.
That's the
Checks
joke.
out. Checks out.
yeah.
Continue. Boobs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Feminism.
touch boobs, touch grass. That's the message from the O2
Uh-huh.
drop.
100%. Your life changes. And
Yeah.
go swimming occasionally. Water does wonders.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a good shirt. Touch boobs,
Water
touch
definitely.
grass.
Yes. Next
drop.
O2 drop merch. Yeah. Wear those to
Boobs,
Brisbane.
because, yeah.
Yeah, go for a swim in either a pool or like a bath or a shower or just something. Just get
The ocean. Yeah.
No. Go for a swim in the shower.
bathe yourselves. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
Wash your ass crease.
yeah. God,
Get right in there. But no, one of the funniest things.
It's the best way to stop homophobia is when they're cleaning and they get a bit too far. They're like, ooh,
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
yeah,
There was a whole thing of like homophobic people not washing their ass.
yeah.
Because that's gay.
Yeah. Touch an ass, gay.
Like, brother, how do you clean your... Oh,
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah.
No, one of the best things on Reddit on this topic was this story about a dude who was like super deep into like Andrew Tate and Red Pill and all this.
Wait, Andrew Tate said a dude super deep into him.
Ooh.
Look, Andrew Tate has so many dudes follow him. He's one of the gayest people on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, he talks about how much he
probably-
hates women. Right? Like, he's obviously not straight.
He probably doesn't have a single woman follower. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Anyway, this guy on Reddit went into his story about how he went from being red pilled to being a feminist, and it was because somebody in his college dorm gave him sea monkeys.
What?
Yeah.
What,
Is that a
something-
euphemism?
No.
Something to give a shit about that wasn't himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he killed his first batch of sea monkeys and he was like, what the fuck? I can't raise like shrimp.
They were asking for it.
Oh.
Jesus.
So man goes online, learns how to raise shrimp and keep shrimp, successfully makes sure that shrimp doesn't die, sees a pregnant shrimp, go, oh fuck. There's a pregnant shrimp.
Nature is beautiful.
I'm about to be a dad for shrimp. And then he's like, and then he was like, no.
Wait.
He flooded the shrimp pregnant. How is he feeding him?
You're saying a shrimp fried this rice?
Is that a South Park episode where Cartman like
Yeah, sea men plus
combined sea monkeys with sea men?
equals sea society.
Yeah.
I just had to suck it through her hairs.
Yeah. Just close your eyes and suck their eyes. Fucking hell.
Gotta love South Park. Yeah, but and then he was like, he became known as like the sea monkeys dude, and people in his college dorm became like interested in coming to see sea monkeys. He was like, well, I don't want people to see that I'm a slob, so he like starts cleaning his room and he starts showering regularly and he like starts taking care of like himself, and then like he gets invited to parties because he's like
The sea monkeys dude.
because he's the sea monkeys dude, and because he's not just being like a shut in, and then he's like, oh well, fuck, I like I got to get a job to like support my sea monkey. So he goes and gets a job, and then like he starts doing better at college, and then his family reconnects with him, and he like starts meeting, and this dude's life changed because of sea monkeys.
I love it.
That's so funny.
It does read like a green text, but I love it.
Yeah,
100%.
it does.
Yeah, but like it's very funny, the idea that like just having something to give a shit about that's not yourself will pull you out of red pill.
It is genuinely a good message. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, because the other thing as well is like when you find hobbies that allow you to connect with people in real life spaces as well, like go outside and meet people with similar interests.
Yeah.
Don't meet people online with similar interests, because that's how these fuckers get started.
Yeah, 100%.
Go to a tournament.
Yeah, genuinely. Go meet a trans person in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, the online sea monkey community is so toxic. Don't meet them online.
Sea monkey.
Yeah, they're all just coming up with different ways to get their sea monkeys pregnant.
Gross. Okay, and our final call out for this this episode of the O2 Drop is Conkledonk at Conkledonk VGC has said that
great
we
name.
need the following three things in the VGC community. More VGC heroes and villains. Come on, people, have some more personality, especially on stream. I could not agree with this more. However, I understand how nerve-wracking and how like distracting going on stream can be. But
So
yeah,
you essentially want us to have some heels in the community.
yeah, like us.
I was going to say, we're doing our best to create them, and we're also doing our best to be them.
We haven't dropped it in a while, should we?
What, fuck Jane's Beck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the caveat here is step one, get a stream.
Step one, get a stream.
If we get a stream in Perth, I will dress up like a wrestler.
Fucking Americans taking shit for granted.
Yeah.
I reckon, instead of doing interviews after the stream, we should also do them before.
Yes,
It's
the
like
shit talk part.
What do you think, like, this person's biggest mistake is going to be today? I think his biggest mistake was coming here at all.
Because Mark the Meat Murray is going to destroy you.
Better write home to your mummy, tell her you'll be late for dinner and that you'll be full of this knuckle sandwich.
I would pay to watch that.
I'm going to take this motherfucker to game 2 of Stall.
There won't even be a game 2. Ever seen a grown man cry on stream?
We need to make this happen.
Yeah.
O2 Drop Invitational. We're going to
I'm not copying an invite. I'm not doing well.
Yeah, he's commentating.
Okay.
We're commentating.
Part 2. More flashy plays. See Judy faking out a Fluttermane.
Yeah, I think a friend of the show, Timothy Nurse, put this at best. It's like local Twitterer complains that there aren't enough flashy plays in a game that is not a MOBA or FPS, but rather a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to say it, I disagree with this particular point because people want to win and usually they have very thought out lines because, like you say, it's turn-based strategy.
Yeah.
It's not RTS and it's not FPS.
Yeah. They're cool to see, but like I don't know exactly what his point is. I don't know if he's saying like people should go for flashier plays.
It's a very good way to throw.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like it's great when they happen.
That
love it when that
side
happens.
Willow into the spore block.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
that was heat.
That was James Beck that did that, right?
Hey, credit where credit's due.
Yeah, credit where credit's due.
Like
Which is ironic.
switching out your own Indeedee so that it can't set Psychic Terrain to hinder you.
That's a flashy
Yeah,
play.
that is a flashy
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Shout out to me.
It reminds me of
Friend of
was
the
it-
show?
Was it
Question
Ben
mark?
Grisma who had that like Barrascuda switch out play in series 12 or something?
Maybe.
That
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Who was,
it's like half a memory, but it was flashy.
Costa, the commentator, who was I can't remember which tournament it was at. I think it might have been NAIC, or potentially EUIC in the last round of day one Swiss, just completely styling on his opponent
Yes, it was.
by like his opponent. He was a Trick Room team, and then his opponent led another mon. Costa just didn't click Trick Room.
Yeah.
He clicked like a setup move, and then his opponent preemptively click Trick Room to
go
try to
Click
turn it off
Trick Room for free.
and just set it up for him. That was just a superb match to watch.
One of my favorite plays in Trick Room is always just letting your opponent set it for
just
you.
not
Yeah.
clicking Trick Room, yeah.
One of my favorites is to have two setters on the field in the last turn of Trick Room, and they do their double protect. You
Yeah.
just like unset it and reset it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me twice ever.
And
Yeah.
then they concede.
Yeah.
Fucking Sliff did it back in like Series 12 on like an online showdown tournament and had like 30 people watching, but he like DC'd after he pulled off the double trick.
Oh,
And all
that's
the
rough.
comments are just like, Mans pulls this off and then leaves.
Yeah.
Base.
So good. And the last point from Conkeldonk is more unique mons. Wolf seems to win with an underused mon basically every time, so other people can do it too. I do half agree with this point because there was a very funny meme shared along with that where it was like, this is team building in the VGC community. And it was just like a circular meme of like, I made this. Gives it to the next character. You made this.
I made this.
Yeah. I made this. You made this. I made this.
Yeah.
Just like, it's like, and I'm not a team builder, so I would never pull this off. I always take teams from better builders, but yes, I agree 100%. Especially if you're team building in a team, why are you putting out something that everyone else is putting out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found, like I said earlier, Slitherwing felt like the MVP on my team. And I think a large reason for that, it was one of the mons on the team that people aren't preparing for.
Yeah.
It's like,
I would
Calyrex Shadow is very strong, but fucking there's so much Terra Normal around, right? There's so much Wide Guard around for the fact that it's really strong,
Yeah.
right? And people are preparing for it. There's so much Indeedee and Rillaboom because Miraidon's really strong. There's no, Kyurem White counterplay going on at the moment.
No.
I mean, there is because, weather exists and Wide
it's
Guard
not
exists. And the counterplay it sucks. But you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like there is benefit to bringing unused Pokemon. It's just whether or not those benefits outweigh the detriments of those Pokemon being unused for a reason. But I agree with this. I mean, I brought Tinkerton and Slitherwing to the most recent tournament. I don't know what more he wants from me.
Did you get on stream?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, first round.
Then it wasn't for nothing.
True. Keep an eye on the, is it Perth VGC or WA VGC?
Perth VGC.
Perth.
At
Yep.
Perth VGC on Twitter and YouTube.
Yes, keep an eye on the YouTube channel because we will be dropping those videos with commentary.
Yes. Well, not
fantastic.
we, but the Perth community.
Yes. Yeah.
Collective we.
Collective we.
The royal we.
I will be featuring in some of that commentary.
Nice.
Because I have been asked to participate in providing some of that commentary.
Nice.
It will be about as hinged and informed as my commentary on this podcast is. So watch this space, or watch that space rather.
Nice.
I mean, the live commentary of the showcase match we have is pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. Yeah. How many times can I accuse Matthew Anderson of not having sex in a single...
Keep a tally going.
Matthew Anderson, friend of the show, happy birthday. It is his
of
birthday on the day of recording.
Yeah, at the time of recording, it is, in fact, Matthew Anderson's birthday. So you will receive a collective worldwide happy birthday a few
Yes.
days late.
Yep.
But
Happy birthday. Please never bring Zamazenta to another tournament.
If we all pull like $20, we could get him a decent hooker.
And then he'll start running Kelly Shadow instead.
Ethan, when was the last time you looked at the classifieds, my friend?
I don't read the paper.
I can guarantee you he's barely getting a hand job for $100.
Jesus Christ, inflation really is killing us.
Yeah.
Give elbow the elbow. Like, God. Darton will bring down the price of sex workers.
Could you imagine that?
Get
the
this,
fuck
get
you
this
won't.
country back on track. Pauline Handjob is here for us. She's gonna really fix the sex work economy.
I don't like it.
Because like
Sweden looking at us like fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
It's like looking at Labour, it's like, this is your left-wing choice?
I know they're barely left wing.
Yeah, but the people in the US are just looking at us like, wow, you fucking commies.
Yeah, I know, right?
Socialist
Universal
utopia.
healthcare.
It's crazy. I mean, America is on the edge of fascism right
Oh,
now
man.
because
I mean, we are, at the time of recording, 1 week away from
yeah, I mean,
Donald Trump taking office.
the TikTok ban has gone through Congress,
Okay.
so that is about to happen.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And as we know, fascist states ban media that
Yeah.
are against the state.
Hitler was actually the reason that Vine went under because he banned it when he came to power.
In 2009.
I forgot. I forgot how old Vine was.
Yeah. It was real big in the 1940s. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Australia just loves to follow whatever America does.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, Elbo's already,
Submarines.
steamed ahead with the child ban for social media.
Yeah.
So fucking
Yeah.
dumb.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
I think I might
Like,
just.
why ban children from social media? You spend half an hour on Facebook, you realize it's the boomers that need to be banned.
That's not the point. They're going to require ID verification for every account now.
Yeah,
just
it's a
another
backdoor
massive-
thing.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
pain in the ass for us.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize this would impact me.
Yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna end using Facebook when that happens.
Yeah, I've been
I might
meaning
just
to
end-
migrate away from a while. Fucking dead internet theory. It's all just bots there anyway.
Yeah.
It's all AI bots and boomers that are like, yeah, no, that's not AI.
Yeah.
They
Boomers
could-
just wishing happy birthday to a child with 7 fingers and no feet.
Yeah, fucking crab
The
Jesus.
two robot legs. Yeah.
yeah.
Amen.
or videos of 500 dogs just doing exactly synchronous movements. Like,
Yeah.
no, they can train dogs to do that.
Christ. Or
Nah, bro.
those fucking like, wow, look at like architecture dream, like, those sorts of pages. Like, look how beautiful this house is. Like, yeah, that's AI, buddy.
That's not. Or it could be like the thing that Sumo sent, the
The cucumber.
cucumber up the arse.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, man. You could have spent 10 minutes on MS Paint and drawn something like that.
Yeah. I was genuinely offended by that.
I know.
And not even like the cucumber up the arse bit because like fair play. But like
Just because it was AI.
it was AI.
Yeah. Fucking.
I was offended that it was cut. Like, I'd feel like you'd keep the pointed tip
Yeah,
of the
right?
cucumber.
I, like,
Look, we'll have to
you don't
ask
want
Chris when he gets
93
back from
angles.
holiday.
Yeah.
No, it's difficult to shelve
Yeah.
flat faces.
yeah. And that is
Thank you for listening.
a quote from the O2 drop.
Anyway, so at time of recording, we're 1 week away from Birmingham and Rio de Janeiro regionals.
Whoa.
I think is Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, that's a proper one. So 18th to 19th of January.
Finally, a proper event in LATAM that isn't just another fucking special event.
yeah.
They might actually get more than 40 attendees.
I think the upcoming SPEs are Puerto Rico, Seville, and Bologna. What restricted is going to win next weekend?
Ooh.
I mean the trifecta is the two horses and Miraidon, right?
Yeah, that has been the trifecta. Those are the Pokemon that won Worlds.
Yeah.
In Reg G.
Yeah. I think either Miraidon or I'm going a bit left field. Kyogre.
Ooh.
Okay. Kyogre's a shout.
Do you want to call one for each event, or are you just
Yes, but I'm not going to say which one to kind of cover my bets better.
okay?
Cast a wide net.
I'm gonna make the cold take and just say it'll be CSR.
For both,
Yeah. I mean, well, maybe at least one.
at least one.
Yeah. Like Shadow Rider and Urshifu is just such a boring comp that wins games. And if you're a good player, then there is no reason to run anything more exciting than that, I think.
It hasn't won a major though, hasn't it?
Not yet.
You reckon its time is now? I
I
like it.
I think it's just too broken to not.
All right.
I'm prepared to be proven wrong because I would like to have faith.
Because you gotta have faith.
No, I see the vision.
gotta have
People
faith.
had
You
time to
gotta have
slow cook over a cage,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
coming out of the oven. Yeah.
Really work out those matchups because yeah, clicking CC and Astral Barrage is easy, and like there are ways around that kind of, but then you just kind of work into like the 3 or 4 things in the game that can handle it,
Yeah.
and you got 4 months to do that with. So
I'm gonna vote for Miraidon and Sneasler. Winning-
That did
winning
happen, didn't it?
Birmingham.
Yeah.
That won an event recently,
yeah,
didn't it? An
yeah.
online tour.
The Nielsen brother that did run it is also going to Birmingham, and I'm pretty sure he will be running the same thing or something
Yeah.
similar.
Back to back.
I still don't quite see the vision because, like, of course, Sneasler is good. Reg H proved that. But sticking it on electric terrain, like, takes away the possibility of Dark Claw sleep, and that's one of the biggest draws.
Gunk shot.
Really?
That's what it has. Yeah.
That's what it run.
yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it was it
Fuck
was
you,
it,
why?
was it Dyer coaching Gunk?
No Dyer.
No Dyer.
It was fake out CC,
Gunk.
coaching Gunk.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
Funny.
Yes.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say, I thought Gunk was special. That's physical?
No, physical.
Physical and guaranteed poison? Or
No.
No.
120 base power, 80 accuracy.
I mean, I don't
30%
understand.
poison chance. I think I was running it on Okie
though?
Dokie and Reg F.
That's right. Got that dog in him.
Yeah.
You don't understand why, what?
Why run Sneasler without Darklaw? Like, the whole
Electric
draw
Sea.
is the... Well, I mean, yeah. But, like, the whole draw is, like, the RNG element of it, right? You want to get the status and, like, that's what leverages a game. Like, why not just run Urshifu if you want coaching?
I don't know. I disagree. I feel as someone who ran Sneasler, it's definitely not the only draw.
Yeah.
It's probably what led it to be like, consistently 60% usage.
Mm.
But Sneasler's more than just a status machine.
Yeah,
you
think
know.
about what gives Miraidon trouble or annoyance is grassy terrain, right? So
I suppose so.
Gunk shot just nukes the Rillaboom.
Yep.
Mm.
If it connects.
True, yeah.
If it
Which it
connects.
only does about 40%
You could
of the
still run
time.
Darklaw in that case. Like,
Darklaw
leverage
doesn't
the
pick up a
terrain
Rillaboom.
changing.
Nah.
You
it does
sleep
not.
Sorry?
Sleep it.
That is true. You're more likely to sleep than you are to connect a gunk shot.
Yeah.
I think as well, Reg H was slower.
Yeah.
So you have more time for that RNG
Yeah.
with Diaclaw. But yeah, Reg G is 5-6 turns on average, right? Like,
The
So
offense.
the leftovers Terapagos player.
yeah, unless you're that guy. I also firmly believe that Miraidon's going to win Birmingham,
Okay.
but I believe Rio de Janeiro is going to get something left field, and Latin America seems to really like Coridon, so I'm going to go Kyogre.
Okay.
That's my hot take.
I could see it.
I'm going to be so annoyed if that's correct because I will be correct, but you will be more correct.
So Miraidon, Birmingham, and Kyogre at Rio de Janeiro.
You know what? Fuck you. Kyogre, Birmingham, and Miraidon, Rio de Janeiro.
It's on.
I will just mention Ice Rider because, like,
Obviously.
I feel like I feel like that's the archetype that has the most sort of variance within it. Like in
Yeah.
terms of the other five, like there's a lot of different ways you can build that mon, and I think that with a format like this, a lot of the difference maker is within the supporting cast for whichever restricted you choose. So
100%.
I think if there's a way to kind of like step around the meta and kind of come at it from a different angle and sort of flank all the common builds, it'll probably be on an Ice Rider build.
Yeah. 100%. Well, gentlemen, thank you as always
You're welcome.
for being part of the O2
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah,
My
anytime,
pleasure.
Joel.
Thank you, Mark, for having us in your house, as always.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you,
Sorry,
Mark. It's a nice
thank
house.
you.
As 85% of the time.
I am having an allergic reaction to this sofa because of your cat.
Yeah, sorry. He's very fluffy.
You know, I've been
I'm
sick
glad
for the last
Chris
2 weeks.
didn't come because I think he's still very mad about what happened in his house. I think he needs an extra couple of weeks to cool off before he comes into mine. Because I can definitely see him rocking up with a couple of like bottles of red cordial or something.
And a fucking confetti cannon. Yeah.
I don't think he would. He might, though.
He might.
Hey,
we know how petty that man is.
we're very sorry that we've yapped for 2 hours, but we've thoroughly enjoyed being here for you. If you've enjoyed what you've listened to and you aren't already, make sure you follow us on Twitter /X at the O2drop_VGC. We are on YouTube at the O2drop. Yep. I don't think we've got VGC there. And if you've really enjoyed what we have to say, know that we have even hotter takes on our subscriber-only content. You will find a link to that in the bio of our Twitter. It'll link you to our Buzzsprout page where for only $3 American a month, you can gain access to over 30 hours of bonus content that we already have.
What is the exchange rate?
Donald Trump's about to take off as the economy is about to tank.
About $3.
So it's the time.
Yeah, by the end of this year, it's going to be 3 Australian.
Hell yeah. Stonks.
We'll have to slowly bump it up in US dollars to make sure that we maintain the Australian dollar amount. But do consider supporting us. At the moment, everything there is going towards the operation of this podcast, and we're looking at giving back to the community a little bit through our invitational, which will have cash prizes for top place finishes.
Money.
So thank you to the 25 people that we already have subscribed to the Bottom Cut. We really appreciate your support and trust in us to continue giving you this high quality banter. We hope some additional listeners from around the world join, be part of our Discord server. We're going through a very intense end game in Mafia at the moment.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Shout outs to Amy and Oreo
Shout out to Alistair,
and Claire.
3-time regional champion, who is the game master of our Mafia game, and he must just be loving it because he has created chaos in that Discord.
I enjoyed the chats I have with him after I've died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We have a little discourse afterwards.
Nice. So yeah, do consider supporting the potty in any way you can. But until next time.